Hi Pisces, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your year of predictions, tarot and oracle card reading for the year of 2024. This is a reading for all Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are going to jump right into it. What guidance do you have for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the year ahead, please? What does Pisces need to know about the year of 2024? All right, we are going to go month by month, and then we'll have 3 shadow cards as clarifiers. So we start off here in January. I have not seen the 7 of Wands in a minute here. February brings in the 10 of Pentacles. March, you've got the Tower. Into April, we've got the Fool, new beginnings. You have in May the 4 of Pentacles, June the Knight of Swords, July the Queen of Cups. Strength comes in August. September you've got the 2 of Swords. You have the 4 of Wands in October, the 6 of Cups, the 2 fairy tale cards right next to each other in November. The 2 of Cups is in December, so it may be a year for love for you. Now, if you do have a relationship that you think it's either on the rocks or it's actually ended with these 3, I do feel like you may have a second chance, okay? And they're trying to tell you it's worth the investment if that's for you. Now, I'm telling you, if you have a restraining order out on somebody, we're not talking about that. We're talking about those who are interested. But there's some kind of a conflict here. And I feel like they're telling you with this Page of Wands just to put your best foot forward. And if it's you, if you're the owner of a broken heart here, they're trying to tell you the Page of Wands is the best way to handle it. Be happy. Fake it till you make it. Be happy, joyous, free in the meantime, okay? And that doesn't mean that we're saying be dishonest, but, you know, there's no point in wasting time and effort if something just isn't happening right now. Now, even if you had, oh, I love this. Okay, I'll get back to that in a minute. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. So if you are worried, so even if you got passed over for a promotion or God forbid you lost your job, I feel like they're saying you just get back out there. You just keep going forward no matter what it is, because fear is all from our thoughts. That's where our feeling comes from. And we're the only species that terrorizes ourselves with our own thinking. And I don't know why we do that. I mean, I have ideas about it, and I've certainly read enough information. But they're trying to tell you that the feelings aren't the facts. So if there's something that you're harboring here, that you've got some fear about it, I'm telling you what, with this Page of Wands, 7 of Wands, in this energy, you're going to start January invincible. You are unstoppable here, unsinkable here. This is if you did lose your job, here's the new job, and it's 10 times better. I feel like you're going to have a much better environment, because sometimes we don't realize that when, you know, somebody gets what they thought they wanted, like the be careful what you wish for kinds of stuff, what we don't realize is that they're so embedded in fear. They have anxiety up the wazoo, and we think, they've got that great promotion. What's meant for you won't miss you. And if something like that happened, I'm telling you what, you're going to be glad about it. You're going to find out later more than you realize. More will be revealed. Now, if you're looking to make changes here in your life with the physical body, I feel like this almost represents like, unlimited jazzercise or something, where you will be in pursuit of your goals, but you're going to find a fun way to do it. It might also be an incredible trainer too. I get that for somebody. If you've struggled a bit with the physical body, meeting somebody who's going to be awesome to help you on that journey. But either way, these are cards of success. It's making things happen in this new year right away. You don't delay in this year. So with this 10 of Pentacles energy, now I mentioned before, you have something going on over here. This 5 of Swords, we're going to get back to him in a minute. This 5 of Swords can be a bit of a mental battle. So I do feel like you had some sort of betrayal here. But overall, with that 10 of Pentacles, I just don't see it holding you back. So this represents your energy in February. So if it is a job, you might even get some kind of a relocation bonus. Like I keep hearing $2,000 if you have to move for some reason. I just feel like you're going to move on and it's going to be much better. Even if you're married and it's something like insurance, if you can take your spouse's insurance, I feel like there's some kind of a gain here. What was lost is not lost. What is lost, I'd say, is good riddance, because you're coming into an energy here of perfection, dominion. And it's also, too, if there was some kind of a relationship that ended, I just feel like you're going to be moving on and moving on strong. That Page of Wands is an uplifter. So anybody new that you meet, it's going to be a better replacement. It's going to feel like it's not even a replacement. Like, this is what I was meant to have. If I would have kept that old car in the garage, I wouldn't be able to park the new one there. It's that kind of energy where you say, you know what, I'm just going to move forward. We're just going to get better today. So I feel like as you get off to the beginning of the year, you're going to find that it's almost exhilarating. And so with the energy in March, the Tower is an important card here, because what you don't take control of with the Tower controls you. And so you're going to find that I feel like you're going to take the upper hand, and you might surprise some people. If it is something with a job, I almost feel like you could be a whistleblower, and you might say, I don't want the karma of that. Like, I know they're doing some things dirty over there. They did some things that weren't good to me, but I'm just going to let it go entirely. That might also be it. But I feel like, too, there may be some kind of information that you have that they want to try to get out of you. Like, if there's something that, in terms of a job, if you know certain codes, or you know certain like data information, or how a system runs, I feel like they might come trying to beg information off of you. But you might find that you just don't return their calls, that you say, hey, I got to move on. They didn't want me then. I'm not going to turn back time now. I got to go on. And so with this Tower moment, you will have a big release. It is an awakening. It's that proverbial breakdown for a breakthrough. What you don't need will not be with you in 2024. And I do feel like it is kind of like a chain reaction. I feel like it's something that happened that was done more to you. It's then going to be the tables are turned, and you're going to have the upper hand here. So if it was a relationship, you may have somebody who wants to come back around. Now, I do get it back up in here. I'm not going to lie. It is here. But I do feel like they're going to have to work like hell if that's the case. And it up here are happy times, so I'm not ruling it out. But I'm just saying, if you move on and you're having happy times in this Page of Wands, because pages are messengers, and this one is like not just cup half full, it is overflowing. So as you get into this new energy in April, so that was Pisces season, and I actually feel like that is a wonderful representation of you stepping into your personal power, you doing things that serve you. And so with this energy of the Fool in April, you start on a brand new, fresh, clean slate. This is a big breath of fresh air. What doesn't serve you will no longer hold you back. And so this is when you take that leap of faith. Now, if you had to do some things income-wise, like just to make ends meet, I feel like you did so, but you're going to have a new, more substantial offer here. But I still feel like you may keep those around. Like, you know what, this is pretty easy money. I like the extra money with this job. I'm going to have, time and money that I feel like it'll be a nice cushion. It also feels like fun. Now, I do get, for somebody, if you're a bartender, you're very enthusiastic. There's something about this energy that just is like lighting up the entire room. So when you walk into a room, the energy will shift, and it will shift because of you. But it's this, okay? When these two come into a room, people are excited. They're like, oh my God, they're here. This is so great. And so in a relationship, this would also be, April, a time to jump in. And I'm talking all in. If it's somebody new that you meet, it will be impossible to turn away from them. Their energy is like gold. Their energy illuminates your life, and vice versa. And so I feel like it's somebody too, because these are cards of trust, enthusiasm, and new beginnings. It's somebody where you can leave this crap behind, okay? We're not doing this in 2024. We're going to do this. And so I feel like you're going to put your foot forward. You're going to step into faith. You're going to step into faith, though, that's not even in the unseen. It's like you have something tangible and seen here that, like I said, is almost irresistible. So when you get into May, we've got this Four of Pentacles. I'm telling you what, if somebody tries to come back around, or it's an employer who wants a second chance, or they want to offer you something, I just don't feel like you're going to be that open. I feel like this is actually your energy, even though it is earth energy. Now, we have quite a bit of air here, we've got water, we've got fire, earth, and we do have 4 major arcana, or is it only 3? I guess it's 3. We have Leo here as well. So anyway, back into this with May. This also may be a time where you're a bit protective of your time. Okay, so if you are a bit busy, you get a new job, you have a new love interest, you might find that you're more judicious where your time goes. And truthfully, we become the most like subconsciously like the 5 people we spend the most time with. So if you have some people in your circle that just aren't going anywhere, they're not evolving, they're not developing, you might say, hey, they're fine to have in my, social media friends, but not maybe on the day-to-day. I just feel like there's some kind of a shift here with money and with your time. And so because your time is valuable and access to you is precious, it's not just for everyone. So into June here, you have this Knight of Swords, and man, this one wants to move fast. In terms of a move or a job, it will, if you have any kind of project, you're going to be in the point where it's like, get out of my way, I'll just do this myself. That's the kind of energy that this is. It's like, I'm getting this done, I see a vision, I have a vision, and I'm doing it. Now, if you do anything with like home staging, I also get it that way too, where your ideas are so good and you know exactly how to execute them, that it's not to be rude to other people, but you know that it's going to take more time even to train somebody or tell them what you want than to just do it yourself. So with the Knight of Swords, you also have the truth rushing in. So if there is something obscuring you or obscuring the truth in some way, it's going to be cleared away. And the truth will set you free. So especially with this noise over here, I actually like the Knight of Swords here, because if there was something dishonest or betrayal here, with the Knight of Swords, you're going to be set free of it. So you won't have it lingering. There's no unfinished emotional business as you move forward. I do feel like there may be somebody around you who wants to kind of keep you stuck in this. And I feel like it's they're not ready to let go, so they keep trying to pull you back into it. I just don't see you doing that. So into July here with the Queen of Cups, you and your own energy. This is a card of being very, very intuitive. So you'll know, okay? You'll know like you'll know. And with this Queen of Cups, if you are doing anything with decorating or the home, it's going to all be done with love. If you're a gardener, it could be the most prolific garden you've ever had in your life. Or if you've always thought, I'd like to do that, or I'd like to be part of a co-op, the next thing you know, you've got zucchini for months. It's that sort of thing. Whatever you do it with love and it grows. Now, in terms of a relationship, speaking of love, this is where the reading is about to turn, okay? In terms of a love relationship, you have somebody here who loves you unconditionally, and they are a true match. Even if you have an ex hanging out that you're not quite sure about, I feel like it doesn't threaten them. And I don't mean that like you're dabbling in 2 different worlds. I mean like somebody who keeps kind of poking back in and you keep pushing them back out. I just feel like they're not going to be so inclined to be burdened by that. Okay, they see it for what it is. And so with this Queen of Cups and into August, you have strength here. You have great compassion. Now, if you're going through some kind of a trial in terms of your family life, if it's a parent or even a child, with this strength card, I do feel like you're going to work things through and get things into a much better place. But I also feel like your significant other that you are attracting is going to understand this. They are going to understand the love that you have for your family. And again, it's like they don't want to stop you from being the loving human being that you are. They don't see any value in that. And they're not threatened by it either. So with the energy of strength, this is a card of success. It's a card of love and compassion and understanding. So as you move forward into the fall, you've got this 2 of Swords here into September, and it is a bit of a caught in the middle type of energy. I do feel like it's about letting go to receive, though. I feel like it's about making a final move, okay? So those of you that are reconciliation, you got to have an important conversation here to move this buggy forward. Others of you that say, I want new love, again, it's about, I think, closing off that old chapter overall. This old chapter right here. Okay, these are like the cards you don't really want in a reading, and they're all here. So I do feel like it's time to close this out once and for all, because what you have coming forward is too beautiful not to. So into October here, you've got this Four of Wands. This is where your life expands. This is where you have this beautiful energy of the fiery energy of expansion, the thrill that the wands bring in. And it really makes your life feel meaningful. So with this Four of Wands, it is a marriage. And so you've got a wedding ceremony here, law of attraction energy. Now, if it's not a marriage for you this year, it may be in 2025. If it's something with a job though, and even if you lost a job up in this area, I feel like by the time you get into the end of the year, you're going to have a job that brings in more gains. So I feel like you get a new job if you lost one way up here, but by the end of the year, that job is going to give you more than you realized. So with the Six of Cups here, it's beauty, harmony, reciprocity. It's being able to trust openly and freely. It's being able to love in a way that brings in freshness and innocence and letting your guard down, where you don't have to feel like you have to protect yourself. You'll have helpful people all the way through. For some, it is reconciliation, or it's somebody from the past that wants to make a connection. They want to see what could happen between the two of you. And so into December, my gosh, isn't this lovely? I really like all the way through the end of the year. This last quarter of the year is going to be super for you. So with this Two of Cups, it is a perfect match. You found it. It's a soulmate energy. If it's a job too, though, again, it's just going to keep giving all the way into 2025. So let's see now what the Whispers of Love, I've already shuffled these, want to add in. Miracles and blessings, everything has its gift. And we know that, right? It's one of the greatest paradoxes in the universe. This has also been shuffled. From the Fortune Oracle, you have abundance. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. You have a great year ahead coming into fruition here, Pisces. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.